So I'm going into the Disney Parks panel, and I'm here with Aaron, and he's with Disney Diet, Disney Coast to Coast, and Disneyland Dude.
Yeah.
Any other Disney stuff?
Disneyland.
Disneyland. But what better way to have the guy from Walt Disney World and the guy from Disneyland together to watch the panel. Also, hi Sarah, we finally met.
Oh, hi Sarah.
You excited?
I'm very excited. Are you excited?
Very excited. I know they're gonna do Star Wars Land. Anything else that you think that they're gonna announce?
Marvel Land.
That'd be.
We'll see. We'll see if we get Marvel Land.
All right, see you there.
We have some really big plans for Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, and we've been looking forward to sharing them with all of you, our biggest fans, here at D23 Expo. You know, one of the things that never changes for me, no matter how many times that I've been in our parks around the world, is that feeling that you get when you stand on Main Street and the hairs stand up on your arms. And I'm sure that many of you have that same feeling when you enter and you first see that castle. It's that intangible but very real feeling that sets us apart. It's our DNA, and it's at the heart of our Disney magic. And as you know, every single day at our parks, millions of guests make memories that last a lifetime. And one of the ways that we do this is to create amazing new worlds that continue to raise the bar. And as you'll see, these new worlds are full of incredible surprises and experiences. Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge. The name represents all the unknown adventure happening here, and we're looking forward to welcoming all of you in 2019. Chewie. You'll also encounter members of the First Order and definitely have a sense of what it's like to feel the wrath of Kylo Ren. You might even catch a glimpse of a certain droid who has piloted us into trouble before. That's right, Rex is going to be there. But I don't want you all to worry because he's got a new job this time. More about that in a minute. You were right, there actually is a ton of excitement out there on the Galaxy's Edge. In fact, this remote trading port has long been known as a stepping off point for epic adventures and a stopping off point for some pretty interesting individuals. And as Bob just shared, this outpost is filled with characters, alien creatures and droids, some of whom we know really well and we've met before, but some we might be meeting for the very first time. Well, if Hondo and Chewie make a deal, looks like it might be the perfect opportunity for us to find ourselves in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon and take the controls ourselves in one of the fastest ships in the galaxy. But just remember, as we've announced before, this is a living place, a place where your choices matter, and a place where you can even earn a reputation. For example, if you prove to be one of the hottest flight crews in the galaxy, you might find some extra galactic credits coming your way. I hear that Harkos here is someone you particularly don't want to mess with. If your name ends up on his list, well, that might truly be a problem when you show up at the local cantina. But don't worry, for the rest of us, the cantina is a place where there's always fun to be had. I think possibly due to some of the unique drink concoctions they serve there. Or maybe it's something else. Maybe I hear there's a new DJ in town over at the cantina. Maybe that's the reason. In fact, it's somebody that Bob actually mentioned already. His name is, what's his name again? Oh yeah, Rex. He's an awesome DJ. He's awesome. In fact, I hear he is really great. In fact, I'm certain he's 100% very skilled at his job. Nothing's going to go wrong. I mean, what could go wrong? I mean, this series of droids is known for their expertise and their brakes under pressure, right? I mean, I think that's what I hear. Anyway, maybe he'll be a better DJ than he was a Star Speeder pilot. Do you think we should give him a shot? In fact, this outpost offers a number of locations to explore, stock up on supplies, or just relax. But maybe, like me, you're looking for a bit more excitement. Bob also mentioned that we might find BB-8 here. Well, that probably means that the rest of the Resistance is nearby, ready for action, and looking for new recruits. And where we find the Resistance? the First Order is usually not far away, and that means Kylo Ren. Yikes. I wonder what, or maybe who, he is after. Well, one thing is for sure, I have a feeling that our visit to this remote outpost is about to get a lot more exciting. But this time we're going to find ourselves right in the middle of the action. As we look forward to the development on these Star Wars lands, we often think of something Walt said when he encouraged us to never lose sight of one thing. It all was started by a mouse. Mickey Mouse completely changed the world of entertainment when it made its debut in 1928, and as we all know, billions of people have made a special place for Walt's pal in their heart. Our first ever ride-through attraction built entirely around Mickey Mouse. We're calling it Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios, and we think it's going to become an immediate hit with guests. And I'd like to invite the Imagineer working on this very special attraction to tell you more. And as you're going to see from his tie, we know that Mickey's in good hands with him. So please welcome Kevin Rafferty.
Who out there loves Mickey Mouse? Who doesn't love Mickey? And that's why I'm so over the top excited to tell you about our first Mickey-themed ride ever. Woo! Many of you asked us, Imagineer's going to create the next original story for an attraction like you did for Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a small world in Haunted Mansion. And when are you guys going to create the next attraction theme song like you did for those same favorites? Well, I'm happy to tell you, we're doing it right now. And that song is already in my head, it's stuck in my head, I can't get it out, and that's a good thing, right? You know, I've had the honor and privilege of working in a lot of attractions in my almost 40 years in Imagineering, and I can always tell in my gut when we have something really special. And everybody, this is going to be really, really special. After all, it's Mickey's first ride, and that means we really have to deliver for him, right? And for you. Talk about a daunting responsibility, especially when you consider that few people have experienced life without Mickey. Still, as Bob alluded to, no human being has ever been able to literally step through the movie screen and join Mickey and his friends in their animated world. Until now. In Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, you'll get to ride inside the wacky and unpredictable world of a Mickey Mouse cartoon short. Think of it as your own fish-out-of-water story in which you're the star and anything can happen. But not to worry. When the unexpected does happen, and you know it will, Mickey and Minnie are there to help keep you out of trouble. But you'll continue to slip right through their gloved fingers as your zippy-zany, out-of-control adventure takes you through many surprising twists and turns, dazzling visual effects, and truly mind-boggling transformations that happen before your very eyes. You're not going to believe what you see.
What do you say we go on a ride?
Ride? You got it, Mickey. The fun begins when you'll see the premiere of a new cartoon short featuring Mickey and Minnie getting ready for a picnic. As they head off to the park in their little red car, they drive alongside a train and discover that the engineer is Goofy. Then something happens. I'm not going to tell you what, but suffice it to say, it'll lead to one magical moment when you'll get to step into the movie screen and onto Goofy's train. With Goofy as your engineer, what could possibly happen? This all looks and sounds like you'll need 3D glasses, right? Wrong. We're doing this by creating for the first time ever, trust me, you've never seen anything like this, a totally new experience we're calling 2.5D. No glasses required. That turn up the flat world of a colorful cartoon short into a dimensional display of amazingness. By the way, these videos were shot by a team member with a smartphone in our mock-up space. You know how the Mickey shorts have a very stylized and flat design? What we're doing is flat out bringing to life that flat world in an unbelievably unflat but flat-looking way. Make sense? Let's just say we're not letting any real-world logic or physics get in our way. No way. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway will have more hidden Mickeys than any other attraction anywhere in the universe. Even if you ride a zillion times, I don't think you will ever find them all. I can't wait to see you all aboard.
Come on, fellas. What are we waiting for?
Thank you, everybody.
Some of you may have been there when I said that the teams are thinking big when it comes to Epcot. Today we'll give you a peek at some of what we are doing, so you can imagine just how big we're thinking. Now, our work on the park is centered around a few guiding principles. We want to keep it true to the original vision, while making it more timeless, more relevant, more family, and more Disney. We're also ensuring that these plans incorporate what we've been hearing from our guests, especially from our families with young children. They love Epcot, but they wanted to have a little bit more of that Disney wow factor. And that's why we asked an Imagineer who worked on the original plans for Epcot to now lead the teams in updating it. Many of you may recognize him from his role in Horizons, and he's earned a distinction reserved for very few, meaning his own animatronic. Please join me in welcoming Tom Fitzgerald. So it's been about 6 months since we first hinted at our big plans for Epcot. And before we share some news about what's coming, Tom, I'd like to ask you a little bit about how we're approaching this work, because Epcot means so much to all of our fans.
Sure. Well, Epcot has always been, from day one, an optimistic celebration of the real world brought to life through the magic of Disney. It's really kind of a living showcase of the world we have created and the world we continue to create together. It's a place where the real becomes fantastic and the fantastic becomes real. And while Epcot gets ready to celebrate, believe it or not, its 35th anniversary in Florida, it's cool. Back up in Glendale, our Imagineering team is busy at work planning for Epcot's future.
And what a future we have in store. I mean, that's especially true when you consider World Showcase.
It's a really special place where guests of all ages can experience the cultures from around the world in a global community, and guests love it. And it's no surprise that these beautiful countries and their histories have inspired many of Disney's most beloved films. You all know that Norway serves as the inspiration for Disney's animated hit film Frozen, and last year we opened Frozen Ever After at our Norway pavilion. My colleague, my colleague Kathy Mangan, who's somewhere in the house, and her team did an incredible job, and it is a huge hit with our guests.
You know, Tom, in fact, they love it so much they're requesting more fast passes for that attraction than any other attraction in Epcot this year. And we want to build on that success so that World Showcase celebrates both real countries and the worlds that they inspire. So I'm thrilled to announce we'll be adding a brand new attraction, Ratatouille, for the first time.
Yeah!
We're going to add it to an entirely new area right past the Eiffel Tower. It's going to be patterned after our popular attraction at Disneyland Paris. Guests are going to shrink down the size of Remy and join him on a crazy race throughout the kitchen and Gusteau's restaurant. Ratatouille is already the #1 attraction at Disneyland Paris, and we really think it's going to be a great addition to Epcot.
And we're also looking at enhancing some of our existing attractions. For example, we're creating a brand new film for the China Pavilion, and we're doing it with some new technology. We all know that Walt Disney was a master at innovating, and throughout his career he created so many different storytelling and motion picture firsts. One of his favorites was Circle Vision 360, which debuted here at Disneyland, and it's been a staple at World Showcase at Epcot since its beginning. Well, now, taking a cue from Walt and the original Circle Vision, we're creating a next generation digital camera system, much as we did for Soarin', and we're going to be taking this rig on the road to film our very first seamless Circle Vision show for the China Pavilion.
Woo!
So I promise you, this is just a glimpse of what we have planned for World Showcase. So stay tuned, because there's much more to come. And as you all know, there's a whole other part of this park too. This evolution is designed to stay true to the DNA of Epcot, particularly those ideals of optimism and hope and awe and wonder of our world. And as this blue sky artist concept drawing shows, we also have big plans for the front of Epcot. Now, it's going to continue to build on Epcot's celebration of creativity and ingenuity.
That's right. Epcot is a reassurance that we are part of something great. If we can dream it, we can do it. And Epcot has always been a place where the real becomes fantastic, where you can train to be an astronaut, or you can travel beneath the seas. But it's also become a place where the fantastic becomes real. For example, talking to a sea turtle named Crush, or soaring around the world in 4.5 minutes. But now that fantastic is about to become real in a whole new way.
That's because we're thrilled to announce today that Epcot will soon have a brand new e-ticket attraction based on the rockin' action-packed world of Guardians of the Galaxy.
So the Guardians are going to take our guests on an out-of-this-world adventure, but it will still be very rooted in an Epcot story. In fact, the reason that the Guardians have come to Epcot in the first place is that young Peter Quill actually visited Epcot as a kid. Living proof!
Who knew? Who knew? So Tom, how in the world did you get that photo?
Rocket stole it from the Guardian.
Yeah, that collector. Of course he did. So guests at Disney California Adventure already love stepping into the worlds of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And we're excited to give guests in Florida a chance to experience this world in a new way. Now the teams are working on all of this and more in time for the opening of Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. Now, work of this magnitude obviously is going to take some time. But in the meantime, Tom, tell them what's in store for guests starting this summer.
Okay. Next month we'll be reopening Mission Space. And when we do, we're adding a brand new mission to join the already popular Orange mission. Our partners at ILM have worked their magic on making the Mars mission look even more incredible. But wait till you see what we've created with them for the all-new Green mission. Guests are going to blast off for an orbital adventure around our planet. And as you can see in some of these clips, it's kind of like soaring around Earth. And with this Green mission, what's really great is that younger kids can join the adventure for the very first time.
And this is just one more example of how we're looking to enhance what we already love about Epcot and following one of our guiding principles to give families even more opportunities to join the park together. Tom, we've got some other extraordinary plans. What else would you like to share with us?
There's a lot I'd love to share with you today, but I'll save that for the next time. I'll tell you one more thing. We all know that guests love dining at Epcot. It's one of the real keys of Epcot. And the restaurants there really are out of this world. But now we're about to create one that takes that literally. Adjacent to Mission Space will be a brand new table service restaurant that will invite you to travel high above the earth, where you'll enjoy great meals and an even greater view.
Over its 45 years, attractions at the Magic Kingdom have been a source of inspiration for all of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts. So I think it's only fitting that it will be soon home to be Shanghai's highest rated attraction.
No way.
That's right, Tron is coming to Walt. As this video shows, there's a reason guests in Shanghai can't get enough of this thrilling fast-speed ride. And I agree, it's a total rush. At Walt Disney World, it will sit in an entirely new space right next to Space Mountain. And we're planning to open in time for the 50th.
Woo!
So we're obviously very proud of our parks and attractions, but what we do at Disney, like I said in the beginning, is just different. The entire resort is roughly the size of the city of San Francisco. And that's why we're working to get you exactly where you want to go at Walt Disney World, all while having more fun along the way. So over the past several years, personal transportation, as you all know, has been revolutionized and changed our expectations as consumers. So since we're all about exceeding guest expectations and making every aspect of your vacation uniquely Disney, we are creating a new point-to-point transportation service in a way that only Disney can do. And as you can see, it's themed to the one and only Minnie Mouse. We're starting to roll out this service called our minivan service. And when it's complete, it will take you everywhere you want to go at the Walt Disney World Resort. And you'll ride in classic Minnie Mouse style. But we're not stopping there, because since we want you to have even more fun getting into our parks, I'm also proud to announce that we're building a whole new transportation system. Now, it may resemble an old favorite. The Disney Skyliner will soon give our guests soon give our guests a bird's eye view of Walt Disney World. This brand new system will connect all of these resorts with Disney's Hollywood Studios and the International Gateway at Epcot. Now, many of these gondolas are going to feature some of your favorite Disney characters. And what a better way to get around the resort than with your pals in the sky.
Yes.
Across Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, we're proud to treat our guests to world-class entertainment as well. So whether it's watching parades and spectaculars, or frankly getting goosebumps during our fireworks, which happens to me, or losing yourselves in one of our riveting shows, our teams continue to create show-stopping entertainment that guests remember forever. And I'm thrilled to announce today that a new theater is coming to Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World Resort. And as this concept rendering shows, it fell well right off of Main Street, USA. That's because it's based on the iconic Willis Theater in 1920s Kansas City. Across Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, we've been upping the game in entertainment, and this new theater at Walt Disney World continues that streak. Now, we'll definitely have more to share later on what exactly we'll be performing here. So, John, I assume this always happens to you when you go to like the grocery store or what?
Yeah, it does, all the time.
Hey, Groot, welcome to D23 Expo. Is there anything you'd like to say to all of our biggest fans? Okay, I think they're pretty excited to see you too. What, hold on. What do you mean? They love you. How many Flora Colossus have bred in their own likeness? I know. There's 7,000 people out there. We've been sharing a lot about what's new at Walt Disney Parks and Resorts. Groot, we talked about this during rehearsal. You weren't supposed to tell them all that. It's way too early.